right, good afternoon, Bears fans. It's Lori coming to you live again from the Invictus Center in Kingston, where your Canada Bears are taking on the Kingston Salvation Army. The Bears fell to Sherrington this morning by 1 goal. It was a close game. It was well fought. Having a quick look at the Salvation Army. These are not small boys. Salvation Army in yellow, the Bears in blue. Frosty, as always, takes the pipe set. 10 minutes on the clock for the first period. And we are underway for the first period. The Bears come away with the puck after the draw and dump it in deep. Nick fighting for it below the goal line. Up to the slot, shot, scores! An early goal by Lucas with a nice pass. Makes it 1-0 Bears. Lucas was called up from the U15s this weekend, as both our Sedimans couldn't make it. Graham and Parker are off the roster for tonight, but Lucas puts one away. In the neutral zone, the Bears try to poke it ahead. Salvation Army at center ice, working to dump it in deep. Ryder behind Frosty, puts it up the far boards. The Army puts it in again below the goal line. James is there. Army from the short side turns and fires. I think Frosty got a piece of that and put that up high. One nothing Bears with 9:04 to go in the first period. Face off in the Bears zone. Sawyer flicks it up the far side for Luke. Luke chips it off the boards. Evan gets there, puts it in deep. Luke picks it up in the corner, behind the net. Turns and fires, but that goes right through. That gets past Sawyer and skates all the way down. Nate is there below the goal line. Salvation Army gets a stick on it. Luke gets in the way of it. The Bears try to clear it on the near side. Salvation Army in the high slot. Can't get a shot off. Puts it into the near corner. Nate looking for a way out of the zone. Evan for Luke. Luke on the near side skates it out of the zone. That gets held up. Army in the neutral zone with a nice little pass. Army steps over the blue line. Nice little stick handling, short side, scores. Salvation Army ties it up with 8 minutes to go in the first period on a short side. Face off at neutral ice. Salvation Army takes it away, steps over the blue line. On his backhand. Can't get it on net. Oh, we've got a whistle here. I hear a lot of, what was that? Oh, net's off. The Invictus Center here has 4 pads. This QP rink, we found the net getting off the pegs a couple times this morning as Harmon puts it up the right side. Harmon steps over the blue line. Little pass over to Sawyer. He puts it with his skates. This goes back to Sawyer defense. Harmon again with a nice move. They can't get a shot off on the far boards. Now the Bears, or the Salvation Army steps it out into the opposing zone. This guy's got some skills, but can't get it past Frosty. On near boards now. Salvation Army looking to make a play out of it, but the Bears clear the zone up to Harmon. Harmon can't get past the defense on the near boards. Bears clear it on the near side. Salvation Army puts it over the opposing zone. Back up to Sawyer. Sawyer flips the puck up for Sawyer. There are 3 Sawyers on this team. And if I knew their last names, I'd be doing a lot better at my job. Salvation Army can't get a shot off. Nice stick by Lucas. In the low slot, Guillaume skates behind Frosty. Guillaume looking for the pass across. Turned around by the Salvation Army with a shot, but that's wide. Harmon is there. Harmon clears the zone. Lucas with a spin pass up to Nick. Nick can't get the shot off. Salvation Army clears the zone. Falls over. Army again steps over the blue line. Can't get through the slot. The Bears are there. The Bears with a nice pass off the near boards. Army turns it around. Salvation Army just outside the attacking blue line. Dump it in deep. Ryder now. Ryder puts it up the near side, or tries to, but doesn't get through. It's the Salvation Army turns the puck around, steps over the blue line, wide to the left side, looking for the backhand pass to the slot. That's broken up, but the Army keeps it inside the blue line. Army from the face-off circle makes a nice pass, but they couldn't quite hold on and get the shot off. On the near side now. Battle along the boards. Salvation Army feeds it to the short slot. Scores. A nice shot, and Frosty got a piece of it, but not quite enough, and that ties it up at 1 with 5:08 remaining. Sorry. 2-1. The 5:08 remaining in the first. Face off at center ice. The Bears pop it up back into center ice, and there's Evan. Evan stakes over the blue line. That's poked away by the Army. Here comes the Salvation Army. They step over the blue line into the attacking zone. This guy's got some skills, tries to put it short side. Nice save. On the near boards inside the Bears zone. Sawyer Taillon looks for Luke on the far side. Luke gets it out of the zone. Here comes Luke. Makes it around 1, but just offside. As Luke was held up and Mike had to skate over. 4:31 to go in the first. 2-1 Salvation Army. Face off just outside the Salvation Army zone. The Army tries to clear the puck. Kept inside by Sawyer Lisk. Flipped back into the attacking zone by the Bears. Below the goal line, Salvation Army clears his own. Nice cross-ice pass off the boards. Deep inside the Bears zone. Bears try to clear it. Army is there. The Army with a pass in front. That's held up well by the Bears. The Bears looking to clear it. Army with a stick on it. Backhand pass in front. And a backhand across the crease, and a backhand pot makes that 3-1 Army. Lucas takes the face-off at center ice. Turned around by the Army inside the neutral zone. Nick steps over the blue line. That's poked away by the Salvation Army. Lucas gets a stick on it, but can't stop the Army. Salvation Army puts it in deep. Sawyer is going to turn on the Jets. Army in the near corner. Past it. The face-off circle and a shot. Nice save by Frosty. Around the corner. No goal. No goal. 3:22 remaining in the first period. 3-1 Salvation Army already. Face off to Frosty's left. Salvation Army wins the draw, puts it back to defense on the near boards. A little flip pass. Bears try to clear it from the high slot. The Army puts it to the low slot, but that's picked off by the Bears. Bears send it long. Salvation Army in their own zone. Try to clear it on the far boards. Salvation Army pokes it in deep. Sawyer's going to chase those down. That'll be icing called against Salvation Army. Face off in the Salvation Army zone. The Army gets a stick on the puck. Evan tries to put it behind the net. Salvation Army with a breakout pass on the far side. Luke puts the pressure, forces the pass. Salvation Army through the neutral zone. Steps over the blue line. Salvation Army gets around. James with a shot. Frosty with a nice save. Salvation Army keeps it inside. Bears trying to clear it. The Army puts it down behind the net. James gets there, puts it ahead to Luke. That's picked off by the Army. James battling for it on the far boards. Army puts it down below the goal line. Ryder with a pass. Army again. Army turns and fires. What a save. And a poke by Frosty. Yeah, the crowd goes wild for Frosty here. The Bears clear the zone. Here comes Evan. Evan steps over the blue line. He's pushed to the outside. He's looking for the drop pass. But the Army gets a stick on it. Kept inside by Evan. Evan wide to the outside. His puck is picked off by the Army. Here comes the Army one-on-one. Ryder is with him. Gets around Ryder. Frosty. Oh, backhands it up over Frosty's pad. 4-1 Army. Face off at neutral ice. Nate puts the puck ahead on the near boards. Turned around by the Army. And that's going to be icing. Called against the Salvation Army. 1:20 to go in the first period. 4-1 Salvation Army is the score. Nick takes a face-off in the Salvation Army zone. Sawyer Lisk on his left. Scott Harmon on his right. Or a rib, sorry. Kept inside the attacking zone by the Bears. A rib turns and fires, but that's off a stick. The Army now on the far boards. Tries to clear it, kept inside by the Bears. Army on the near boards looking for that breakout pass. The Bears keep it inside. Army steps out in the neutral zone. Held up on the near board. Battle along the boards on the near side is popped out and the Army skates away with it, passes it to the far boards. Steps over the blue line. Good stick by the Bears defense and pops it out of the zone. Army puts the puck in deep. Bears are there. Bears looking for the pass. Clear the zone, but the Army's waiting for it. Nate gets a stick on the puck, puts it up to Nick. Nick manages to stay on side. Turns to protect the puck, but Army all over him. Manages to hold on to it. Nick can't get a shot off. Nick working hard. Gets a hold of the puck again, puts it behind the net, and that'll be it for the first period. Ooh, after one period of play, 4-1 Salvation Army. So sitting here behind the camera, I don't have a lot of chance to talk to the to the players, but I had a good chat with them all at lunch. What a lovely, lovely group of gentlemen, young gentlemen. Friendly, positive, smiling. If you haven't had a chance to meet these 17 players and a couple of 15 players and a couple of call-ups, well, let me tell you, it was an absolute pleasure. All right, we get set up for the second period. Frosty finding his way between his pipes. 4-1 Army is the score. Salvation Army wins the draw. Puts the puck ahead on the near boards. Dumps it in deep behind Ryan. Ryan puts it off for Sawyer Beamers. Our U15 call-up. Army with a shot. Frosty with a nice glove save. Nice to have a couple of call-ups. We don't have Graham or Parker this weekend. We've got Lucas and Sawyer Beamers up. Lucas playing center, Sawyer playing defense. 3 Sawyers today. Evan takes a face-off to Frosty's left. The Army gets a shot off, and another nice save by Frosty. The second goes wide. Puck skates long. Army is there behind their own goaltender. Kept inside by the Bears. Luke in the far corner. He's looking for the pass up to Mike. Sawyer gets a stick on it, but can't get a decent shot off. And here comes the Army. Sawyer on the back check. Sawyer Beamers. Nice move. Shot outside post. Another shot with a nice save by Frosty. Battle at the face-off circle. Army gets a stick on it. Army from the corner. Guillaume working hard as he always does. Guillaume skates the puck out of the zone. Skates over the blue line. Drop pass for Mike. Mike with a shot. Nice save. Army tries to clear it out of the zone and does. Here comes the Salvation Army. They step over the blue line. Can't make it around Guillaume. Luke there to back him up. Sawyer Beamers takes him to the corner. Luke picks up the Luke's pass. Puck tries to clear it out of the zone. Sawyer Beamers again tries to clear it. That's too many men. Luke picks off a pass. Puts it off the near boards and sends it long. Salvation Army is there first. The Army in front of their own goaltender. Circles and skates the puck out of the zone. Let's not let this end guy go end to end. He hauls on the brakes. He's looking for a pass to center. Makes the pass, but they can't get the shot off. Up to the blue line with a shot through traffic. Doesn't get through properly. Frosty gets in position and the Bears regain possession. Nick tries to skate it out of the zone. His stick is knocked out of his hand as Guillaume puts it off the back boards over to Sawyer Lisk, up to center ice. It's turned around by the Army at the red line. The Army now steps over the blue line, popped away by the Bears onto the near boards. Salvation Army can't get a decent shot off. That's held off by the Bears as Guillaume retrieves the loose puck on the far boards. Clears the zone. Salvation Army turns it around. Into the neutral zone now. Back inside the Bears zone. Guillaume skates out to neutral ice, and that's turned around by the Salvation Army. James gets there. He turns and clears it. Sawyer Lisk drops it for Reed. Reed can't get a shot off. That's poked out of the zone. Ryder puts the puck in, but that goes up and out of bounds. Woo! 6:31 remaining in the second period. 4-1 Salvation Army as the Bears hold the Salvation Army off in the second period. Faced off just outside the Army zone. Army dominating possession as Lucas turns and fires it in deep. Army in their own zone, looking for the breakout pass on the near boards. Kept inside by James. Nick is there. Nick can't get a shot off from the high slot. Lucas puts the puck in deep. Salvation Army is there. Salvation Army looking for a smart pass. They put it up the middle. Lucas keeps the puck inside, but not for long as that's popped up in center ice. Turned around by James, but the Salvation Army gets a stick on it. Salvation Army can't get by the Bears defense. The Army circles up high, turns and fires from short range. Frosty, 2 in a row. As the Bears clear the zone, this is going to skate long. No icing is called here. That's going to go right onto the Salvation Army goaltender, and that's going to be held on to. 4:34 remaining in the second period. 4-1 Salvation Army. Face off to the right of the Army goaltender. Mike looking for the pass in front. That's picked off. Evan is there. Evan pops it behind the net. Salvation Army gets there first, looking for the breakout pass on the near boards. Kept inside by James, down behind the net. Army now in the far corner, looking for the breakout pass, kept inside again by the Bears. Army trying to clear the zone. Finds a pass to center ice, but that's picked off by the Bears. Luke can't get through. Turned around by the Army. They step over the blue line. Army now from the far side, skate wide into the corner, looking for the pass in front from short range. Army can't get a shot off. Bears are there. Army with a shot, and that's picked off by the Bears, who clear the zone. Army on the far boards. Luke picks up the loose puck. Luke skates over the blue line, skates it down on the near boards. Luke can't make it around the defender, drops it for Evan. Evan can't get around either. Salvation Army looking to clear the zone. Mike gets a stick on it, but that comes up to the neutral ice. Turned around by the Bears. Luke looking to make a play out of it. Luke kicks it up ahead. Short range shot. Can't make a decent shot there. James from the point with a shot. That's tipped and doesn't get on net. Ryder with a shot. That hits shin pass and doesn't get far. Kept inside by the Bears, and that pops out into neutral ice. Ryder working hard on the far boards. That's dumped in deep, and Luke, who's backing up his defense, finds that, skates it behind his own goaltender onto the near boards, looking for the pass to center ice. Picked up by Reed. Reed is challenged at the red line and pokes it ahead. Salvation Army is there to turn it around. Ryder gets a stick on the puck at the red line. Here comes the Salvation Army 2-on-1. Salvation Army pass in front, shot. Woohoo! Frosty with the save. Pass in front by the Salvation Army. Shot is wide of the net. Army again. Looking for his defense, but that skates back into the neutral zone. Salvation Army with a pass up the middle. These boys are big, hey? The Bears get a stick on it. Nice little pass up the middle. The Bears, Sawyer puts the shot on it. That just goes a little wide, and Nick couldn't quite get a stick on it as the Salvation Army looks to clear the zone. A rib gets a stick on it, but this skates back into the Bears zone. This goes back into the blue line. A rib with a good shot and a nice save. Salvation Army on the far boards inside their own zone. Shot on net, nice save. A rib with a backhand pass. He's looking for his defenseman, but here comes the Army. This guy's got some speed. 1-on-1 Salvation Army. Gets around the defense. Shot. Frosty! Ryan with a beauty save. 2:13 remaining in the second. 4-1 was the score after the first period, and the Bears have held the Army off all through the second. Harmon gets a stick on the puck but can't clear it, and the Army puts a shot on net, and the second shot on net, Ryan's got it. Face off to Frosty's right. Salvation Army. Shot from the point. Goes high of the net. Bears try to clear it. Army is there. Army turns and fires, and that goes behind the net onto the near boards. Harmon puts the puck ahead. This goes on net. Ref says play it. And here comes the Army. The Army, the pass up the middle, goes long. Sawyer Taillon is there. He backhands it behind the net. He's looking for Nate. Nate puts it off the far boards. Bears can't clear it. Army is there with a shot, goes wide. Army again puts the puck behind the net. Nate skates off for it. On the far boards, can't clear the puck. The Bears put the puck up to neutral zone, turn around by the Army. The Army steps over the blue line, fires, nice save, rebound is bobbled. Bobbling rebound, nobody can get a good stick on it. Harmon backhands it to center ice. Turned around by the Salvation Army. They step over to the attacking zone. Shot off the skate, turn around, backfire. Ryan with a great save. 41 seconds remaining in the second period. 4-1 Salvation Army. Face off to Ryan's right. Inside the Bears zone. Little shot on net, Ryan. He saves that easily. Bears try to clear on the far side. Mike flips it up the boards, and oh, that's out of bounds. Evan takes a face up in the Bears zone. Mike flips the puck off the boards and chases for it. Mike puts on the jet. Mike goes behind the net, looking for the wraparound, but can't get the angle on it. And the Army picks up the puck, skates the puck out in the neutral zone, passes it out up to the blue line, into the attacking zone. Salvation Army in the far corner now. Sawyer Beamers gets there. He's got some help. The Army, it's their pass in front, but that goes through. That'll be it for the second period as the Bears stave off the Salvation Army in the second period. 4-1 Army, the score after 2 periods of play. And the third period is underway. 4-1 Salvation Army. The score with 10 minutes on the clock. Bears put it into the opposing zone. Or into their own, sorry. Salvation Army puts it into the opposing zone. Bears skate it out of the zone. Wait to get back on side. Bears flip it onto the near boards. Salvation Army at center ice. Turn it around. Salvation Army into the attacking zone. Go wide to the right side. Push to the outside by the Bears defense. Salvation Army can't get a good shot off. Pass to the high slot is picked off by Sawyer List. Salvation Army with a shot. Ryan. Nice save, and he's going to corral that and freeze it. Some words being said in front of Ryan's crease. Not a single penalty yet this game. I don't know if I'm the only one that noticed that. Face off in the Bears zone. Bears try to clear. Salvation Army keeps it inside. Nick, a little pass up to Harmon working to get it out of the zone, kept inside by the Army. Army in the face-off circle with a shot to the side of the net. Army on the near boards now, in the near corner. Hall's on the brakes. Circles low, looking for the pass in front, but that hits behind the net. Good work by the Bears. Here comes Nick. Nick goes through neutral zone. Nick with a pass in front, shot. Oh! Lucas with a little tip, and that just went wide. What a nice play by the Bears. Harmon from the corner, he's looking for the pass up to Lucas. It was a perfect try, but stick in the way, and here comes the Army now. Army steps over into the Bears zone. Army goes wide, reaches, backhand pass in front, picked up by Lucas. Lucas up for Nick. Nick can't quite hold on, and the Army puts it on Frosty. Frosty sets that aside for his defender. Army is there. Army pass in front is incomplete. Up to the point. Army again from the near side. Army from short range looking for the shot. The short shot. Lucas is there. Lucas flips the puck up and high. It's going to flip right down. Played by the goalie. No icing is called here as the Army tries to clear it on the far boards. Evan is there. Bears can't get a shot off. Bears clear, or the Army clears the zone into the attacking zone. A shot pass to the wide side. Into the near corner. The Army can't get a good play on. Bears try to clear it. Kept inside by the Army. Sawyer Beamers turns on the Jets. Here comes Sawyer on the near board, steps over the blue line. Sawyer's got some speed into the near corner. Look for the pass in front. Luke can't get a good shot off. Sawyer again with another pass in front. That's picked off by the Army. Army looking to clear on the near boards, kept inside by the Bears. Mike applies pressure. Luke is there on the far boards. Army gets a stick on it, clears the zone. Guillaume, tries the D-to-D pass. Army picks it off. Army now, short range. Can't get a good shot off. Defense is there. Guillaume sacrifices the body. Pass in front. Army shoots wide. Army on the near boards. Pass in front again. Skate save. And corralled by Ryan. 6:19 to go in the third period. 4-1 Army. Face off to Ryan's left. Army wins the draw, puts it up to the blue line. Reed gets a stick on the puck. Puts it up on the near boards. He's looking for Sawyer to clear it, and Bears send this long. That'll be icing called against the Bears. 6:01 to go in the third period. 4-1 Army. Face off to Ryan's left. Army wins the draw up to defense, looking for a long shot and a chip. That's sent to the side by the Bears. Army in the far corner inside the Bears zone, looking for the pass up to the slot. They turn and fire. Ryan, nice save. He holds on. 5:43 to go in the third. 4-1 Army is the score. Face off to Frosty's left. Army wins the draw, falls on the brakes, looks for the shot. That's picked off by James in front. James flips it up the far boards for Harmon, kept inside by the Army. Army looking for the pass up to the high slot. Ryder gets in the way of that shot. Ryder battling, pass in front by the Army. Ryan, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Well done by Ryan, who pounces on that and holds on. 4-1 Army with 5:21 remaining in the third period. Face off to Ryan's left. Army from the high slot, can't get a shot off. Nick tries to clear the zone. Army's there. Army with a shot, low, rebound. Frosty again, and again. Army holds on, backhand pass in front, up to the high slot with a one-timer, doesn't get through traffic. Harmon battles on the far board. That's back behind the net. Army off the boards, up for Nick. Nick clears the zone. Some fancy handiwork. Nick steps over the blue line. That gets slapped away, and the Army turns the puck around, turns on the jet, steps over the blue line, goes wide to the left side. He's on his backhand pass in front. Nice save, Ryan. Up again to the Army at the point, but the Bears clear the puck. Nick now. Nick steps over the blue line. He's got Lucas with him. A shot goes wide. Army on the far boards. Can't clear it. Luke is there. Luke from the face-off circle. Can't get a shot off. He's looking for the pass to Nick, but that's poked wide. Nate for Luke. But they don't connect, and the Army turns the puck around. On the far boards now, the Bears looking for a smart pass, puts it off the near boards, but the Army picks that off. Army steps over the blue line, 2 on him. Army on the near boards inside the Bears zone. Army with a shot, doesn't get through traffic. Another shot, bar down. Scores. Nice shot from the high slot. Beauty snipe makes it 5-1 Salvation Army. Face off at center ice. The Bears win the draw. Salvation Army turns the puck around in the neutral zone and puts it in deep. Frosty puts it off for Sawyer Beamers. Sawyer behind the net, working hard on the far board. Finds Evan on the far side. Evan skates the puck out into the neutral zone. Makes it around. Oh, sorry, that's Luke. Luke steps over the blue line. Luke gets around one. Can't get the shot off. Tries a little poke on there. Turned around by the Salvation Army. This guy's got some jets. Salvation Army makes it around just about everybody, but nice poke by Sawyer Beamers to keep it off. Pass in front is picked off. And here come the Bears. Evan steps over the blue line. Evan shoots. Nice save. I see some fast rushes here in the last 3 minutes in the third period. I think coach said just give her. Nick takes the face off, or sorry, Reed takes the face off in the opposing zone. Reed. He's looking for Ryder, but that gets by him. Salvation Army is offside. 5-1 Salvation Army with 2:45 remaining in the third. Face off just outside the Bears zone. Bears trying to clear it on the near side. Reed steps out in neutral zone. Can't make cleanly across the opposing line. Reed with a shot. That goes wide. Still inside the opposing zone. The Salvation Army just clear it. At the red line now, a rib. Can't get past the defense, and that's slapped in by the Army. James is there below his own goal line. James again, looking for that breakout pass. He's looking for a rib. Try to chip it around the winger, but that's kept inside the blue line by the Army. Army from behind the net. Pass in front, that's off a skate. Sawyer List battling. A rib. Can't quite get it out of the zone. Puck trickles out in the neutral zone and then back into the Bears territory. Bears send this long with 1:28 to go in the third period. 5-1. Army is the score. As the Salvation Army skates the puck out through the neutral zone into the attacking zone. That's poked aside. Our little shot on net. Woo, you didn't see that. Saved by Frosty. That was a close one. 1:11 to go in the regulation play, and Salvation Army wins the draw, puts it behind the Bears goaltender. Salvation Army from the near boards with a centering pass. Harmon is there. Harmon looks to clear it. Kept inside by the Salvation Army. Bears on the near boards now. Army keeps it inside. Bears again. Looking to clear the puck. Salvation Army passed it to the point. Harmon with a nice stick check, and here comes Lucas. Lucas steps over to the opposing zone. That's turned around by the Army. Army now. Can't get past Lucas. Luke steps behind Frosty, looking for a pass. That's picked off from the high point. Can't get the shot off. From close range, turns and shoots. Frosty with oh. No, that went in. Sorry. Scores. I thought he had it. Sounded like you had it. 6-1 Salvation Army. Lucas takes the face off at center ice. Salvation Army steps into the attacking zone. Frosty's going to hold on to that. And that'll be it, folks. 6-1 Salvation Army, the final score. As the Bears were outshot and outscored. Next game tonight, 9 p.m. You find us right here on this YouTube channel. We'll see you later. Thanks for joining us, folks. See you next time.